Hello, welcome to the Tutors of Life podcast, where we research life so you don't have to. Episode 427. This is your host, Shaun Tutor.
And this is Sam. And this is a Tutor episode where we try to teach you something new.
What's up?
Sunday, baby.
Sunday.
Corn day.
Sunday. Yep. Corn day. God's day.
There you go.
What's up?
Just got done meal prepping. Worked out. We've been training hard.
Been working at, baby. Working at. Did I talk about fasting? I haven't. Have I? No. Maybe?
No.
We haven't, huh?
I think we talked about you wanted to. But I don't think we talked about the results of it.
Let me get you with a few things, gang. Let me hit you with a few things today. I've lived in this house of ours for 2.5 years. I took a couple hits of the old J last night. Mm-hmm. And for the first time, I noticed the top trim on our doors is thicker than the sides that come down. Mm-hmm. Fucking dumb, dude.
Don't look at the trim in this room.
This trim's all fucked up.
Yeah, none of it matches.
No. I've noticed that. We've talked about that before.
Yeah, I think on this podcast we have.
Last night I was just looking at it. I was like, whoa, like, that's thick. Mm-hmm. But anyways, it made me, I thought last night, I don't usually think, and that allowed me to do some thinking. And yesterday, mid-morning, we went to one of our flips, and we were just going through some of the last stuff at that flip before we have folks go in and throw it out. And we're just going through some of it, and we found some letters. And we found a letter 2 weeks ago at another house. And these letters that were written, I think these ones were written in like the 1980s. So it was the one we found a couple 2 weeks ago, written in 1980.
The one I can't. Yeah, 1980. Yep, you're right.
Okay. And it's just on like nice paper.
Move your microphone forward. Sorry, hold on.
Nice paper. Beautiful. Like cursive is such a beautiful writing, you know? And it's crazy because two different houses, two different owners, one was a man, one was a woman, and just this beautiful cursive.
Oh, yeah.
And it's hard to read because we're so fucking retarded.
And we don't write in cursive. And
they don't even teach cursive anymore.
Wait, they don't?
No.
Oh, they just teach you how to sign your name and that's it?
That's it. And so, dude, I'm sitting here like, because remember, it was faster to write in cursive.
Well, yeah, because you don't have to pick up your pencil.
Exactly. And it's so just a beautiful writing. And I'm looking at it and I'm like, man, this looks so freaking nice. And it takes so long to read. Here's the thing. It would not take long to read if we continued writing in cursive. Mm-hmm. Anyways, but I was sitting there thinking last night. I was like, dude, how fucked up is it? For the sake of, they claim ease. You know, they claim for the sake of ease, we no longer do cursive. But then I was like, is that the only reason? Because what a beautiful way of writing, you know? And I was like, damn, dude, all the old beautiful homes that they don't make anymore. Everything they make now is so fucking, and I talk about this shit on here all the time, dude. You guys probably get sick of hearing me talk about it. But it is what it is. Everything is so plain, like square, perfect cut nowadays. We're not like painting outside of the box, right? We're not doing like fancy things anymore. Even, dude, going into, like we talked about this a couple podcasts ago, I went into a $500,000 new home. Couple of them. They didn't even have tile and hardwood floors.
In a $500,000 home?
$500,000 home, the only tile was in the master suite. Everything else was LVP and carpet. I'm like, what the fuck are we talking about, dude? $500K.
That's insane.
It's insane, dude. Like, and it's just...
And it's all plain Jane.
It's plain Jane. Like, anyways, my thing is I'm like, dude, was cursive just to make life easier? Or was it just another phase in the degradation of society? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
They claim that they started making, you know, houses less like grandiose and stuff for like for like quicker to manufacture.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, sure, cool. Where's the character? Where's the sense of home? Where's the sense of like belonging to a community? You know, the sense of like, oh, this is such beautiful architecture in my neighborhood. I just love seeing the houses on my street, you know?
Mm-hmm.
What happened to all that shit? It's not there.
Yeah, no.
And so was cursive really for the ease, or was cursive for the like one more step? Because we know it's no longer being taught at school. Well, school is a federally funded, it's a federal curriculum that kids are no longer learning. Well, so is all this useless shit they're learning. All the stuff that, you know, the DEI stuff, all the stuff that actually has like no real meaning that's been pushed down to kids. It just made me think about cursive, you know? And I don't know. I think it's such a beautiful, it's like its own language, you know, so beautiful. And we just said, fuck it.
Communist.
That's what I'm saying, dude. The communistic regime, dude. It's, I mean, dude, Prague.
Yeah.
They taught us that when we were in Prague. They're like, oh, you see the beautiful colors on the buildings? Yeah, we're just repainting all the buildings that when the communists came, they painted them all gray.
Yeah, they were lucky enough to find the archives that said specifically what each color the buildings were.
Yep.
Or what color each building was. So they're able to go back and paint all the buildings their original color.
Yep.
But yeah, they were all, and we saw, I mean, parts of the town that were still, or the city.
They were still gray.
That were still great.
Gray and browns. And
yeah, I mean, it's supposed to make you, I don't know, not think, not...
I think you lose your creative touch.
Yeah.
You know, and you're not free thinking when you're not creative. It's important to not be creative.
I mean, it makes you feel like you're in a prison.
That's it. And dude, fucking cursive is like a little piece of art.
It really is, yeah.
You know, now you look at it, you're like, wow, that's beautiful.
That is weird to think, like, why even start writing not in cursive?
I could see, though, because it's easier to, like, learn and see the individual letters, maybe, and see them, like, spaced out individual.
If you originally teach it in cursive, because, right, you have to learn each cursive letter by itself.
That's fair. Yeah, I don't know why then. I don't know why.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Because I remember, like, in second grade, like, we went through the alphabet in order to learn our cursive. And because my last name started with a Z, my teacher taught me how to write a Z early on, because she's like, I'm not going to wait for the last day of cursive for you to finally be able to sign your name. Because, yeah, everyone was like learning how to sign their name once they went through all the letters. And then you got me, who would have been very last. So, yeah, so she taught me the Z early on.
That's cool.
But yeah, I mean we had to learn all the letters individually.
Right.
So you could just so easily teach a kid
right
the cursive letters versus the block letters.
You really could have. I wonder why they didn't do that.
I don't know.
Well, anyways, I thought it was interesting.
Yeah. I like, now that you mention that, it is weird how, like, writing is writing, right? Like, it's not like one is that much easier than the other. But, like, I always preferred writing in block letters. And we had to write in cursive all the way up until high school. And then once we got to high school, they were like,
do whatever you want.
yeah, whatever. So I went back to writing in block letters, and I don't know why I did.
Same.
But I remember on the ACTs, I don't know if you remember this, like at the very beginning or very end, you had to write a paragraph in cursive. Like that was like stating that you didn't cheat and whatever. And you had to write this paragraph in cursive to like state that you did it in good faith or whatever. And I remember I sat there and I could not remember how to do a cursive capital I.
Oh, interesting.
And it's a really like easy letter. Like so now I'll remember forever because I felt so dumb forgetting how to do it at that. Anyways.
Yeah, it's interesting. I just all that stuff's kind of interesting to me.
Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah.
It is interesting to think about the degradation of society.
Mm-hmm.
And that's like they say too with like, because going off the creative part of that, like with phones, because we aren't just sitting still and just letting our minds think freely anymore, like we're not letting the creative part of our brains work.
Right.
Because we're just now constantly getting stimuli from our phones and TVs and whatever. And your creative part of your brain really flows when you're just sitting doing nothing.
Right.
So, I mean, we really are going to be like the least creative generation.
Correct. Yeah, I mean, sure, you got content creators, but look at how many of them now are using AI.
Yeah.
You know, most of your fucking Instagram and Facebook posts now are AI.
I just saw some weird thing on Facebook, and it was like very clearly, it was don't ask why this is on my feed. Miss Wisconsin is today, the pageant is today, and they were like posting pictures of like the current Miss Wisconsin, who like today's her last day, obviously, because they'll crown the new winner. And like a couple of pictures like were very like AI edited, and I was just like, why do that? Like, she's a beauty pageant Miss Wisconsin winner. Like, she looks damn good without all of this fucking filters and bullshit on it. But you could tell it was AI because it has that like weird.
It's got like a weird shade to it. Like
yeah.
It's like you can tell the filter. Like
yeah.
It's an AI filter.
Like it's like a film or whatever.
Yeah.
It's just so weird. I don't like it.
Yeah.
So yeah, it had that on there, and I was like, why?
It's so annoying, dude. It's so dumb. Yeah, I think, you know, when you're so distracted or when you have so many things going on. So like, here's an example. So we'll use Sam. Sam is like stay-at-home mom with a business owner. And then she also has to tend to me because I'm a big man child.
You really are.
And then she still got to work out because she's got to look good and be healthy. And then have a little bit of time to herself, right?
Mm-hmm.
All of that is tough to juggle, okay? All that's tough to juggle. Now, all of that... And then you've got the distractions of phones. Mm-hmm. And then you got distractions of other things, right? So if you think about it, like someone like you is going to have so little time for creativity, so little time for anything that you're just like reacting instead of like being in control, creatively thinking like how to do things better, shit like that, right? Mm-hmm. You just essentially are just in this world of distraction.
Oh, just because I do so much.
Your attention's in a lot of different areas, mm-hmm. and you pull, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then you're like, and then you, on top of that, you add in these other stimuli, these other things. That may not have been such a big deal 25 years ago, when we didn't have cell phones.
Yeah.
So when you're not taking work home, well, that's easy. You're not, What's up?
Mike.
So that was a nice distraction.
Just that right now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, 25 years ago might not have been a big deal because work would have stayed at work.
Yeah.
And you wouldn't have all these like things outside of your time, that you're trying to navigate and deal with, before cell phones, because then you got to take a call on the phone. Okay,
Yeah.
whatever. But back then people were calling way less.
Yeah.
You don't have social media, so you're not getting distracted, by shit on social, notifications, nonstop emails, like all that shit. So now you've got all that, and you got to juggle your personal life, raising a kid, stay at home mom, working, helping run a business, podcast, whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so you've got all those things. How much time do you have for creativity?
Yeah, very little. I've been trying to, because I thought about that the other day, actually, without you even prompting this, which is weird. The other day I thought about that, and I've started now when I do the last feed with Lily at night. I don't bring my phone, don't bring my book or anything. So then I just sit there and think.
Mm-hmm.
And it's been actually kind of nice and peaceful, because I'm just in her dark nursery with her, and I just sit there and think until she's done. That's been kind of nice.
That's good.
But yeah, I mean, I just have to make sure that I keep doing that once night feeds are done, because that won't be it for everything, obviously.
Right, exactly. Yeah, or at least some level of something, doing that some.
It's one thing I've seen a lot of people talk about is why meditating is so good for you, and such becoming a bigger thing, I think, with stay-at-home moms especially. Sure. And I don't remember who we were listening to, but they were talking about meditating for you and I is going to be different than other people, because our brains just continually go.
Right.
So there's no way, we probably could eventually, but I think it's better for us to sit there and just think for 5 minutes instead of trying to calm your brain and not think of anything.
Right. Yep.
But yeah, I think that's such an important thing to do, is for at least 5 minutes to just sit and think.
Yeah, you're not wrong. Yeah, that's kind of what I had on the whole that whole thing. But then I was also thinking about income, because I'm having some luck. I picked some stocks when they were down.
You pick some good stocks.
And it's been paying off pretty good for me. And I don't have plans to sell it, but I was thinking, man, if I took my wins today, I was oof, that'd be a nice payout. If I took my wins right now, man, I wouldn't be mad. And then I was wait a second. If I took my wins right now, I would only get I'd only probably get 70. No, not quite. I'd get about 65% of those wins. I was dude, I would get 65% of those wins. And the government's going to take 35% of that from me.
And waste it away.
Dude, talk about instantly pissed me off. Because I'm dude, I did the research. I talked to the folks. I was disciplined and had my money saved. I picked the right stocks. It's paying off. If I sell, 35% of that gone. I just think that getting penalized for doing the right thing, that amount is ridiculous.
Yeah, that's dumb.
It is so absurd. And so I was okay. I was well, where do our taxes go? So the first thing I thought of is I was like, well, man, we need fucking. It's really nice to have police. It's really nice to have ambulance firefighters. Like, that was the first thing I thought of. Then I was like, it's also nice to have roads. Okay. All right. So it's nice to have those things. What taxes pay for that? What taxes, Sam?
Well, there's wheel tax for the roads.
Property tax.
Oh, yeah, property tax.
Property tax pays for all those things. Wheel tax is supposed to help pay for the roads. That doesn't even... The DMV shit didn't even come up. Like, the whole, like, registration...
Oh, yeah.
None of that even. But just plain and simple, your property taxes pays for all that.
Wait, for police, firemen...
Parks, rec, roads...
Even the schools, actually, public schools.
And public schools, yep. And so I'm like, okay. I had it pulled up. Bear with me for a second.
Yeah, because...
Property tax, schools, public safety, roads and infrastructure, parks and recs, and then other services like social services, animal shelters, libraries, general government operations at the local level. That's all property taxes, dude. How crazy is that?
How many houses are there in Eau Claire?
We looked it up one time. It was a lot. What?
Sorry, I don't know if you had other things pulled up on there or not. You can hand me your phone and I could always research stuff too. Because I'm just curious, right? Like, I mean, obviously we're not going to be able to, like... we probably could get close to the average amount of taxes per household.
According to the census, there are 30,776 housing units. Of this, 96% are occupied. The average household size is 2.25 people in Eau Claire.
96% is occupied?
That's what it claims.
Wild.
But it doesn't tell me what year this is from.
They just did a census.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
Okay.
So 33,000?
30,700.
30,700? Probably what, an average... I mean, on the low side, 3,000 per house.
Yeah, but that's units, babe. You got to think of that's like apartments and stuff. So you probably want to go around like 1,500, 2,000. You know what I'm saying?
Oh. Interesting. I don't know. Why would they do that?
I don't know. That's what it gave me.
Okay. Would you say 15,000 maybe? Half that?
Yeah.
Probably.
1,500. So do 30,000 times 1,500.
1,500.
How much?
45 million.
45 million. Yeah, dude, I'm not even surprised. So just think of that. That's fucking ridiculous. All right.
Dude, and I think that's on the low end because
that has to be on the low end.
Because that house on the south side, they're paying $8,000 in taxes.
And that's off of 400,000.
That's a 400,000. That's one house in that whole neighborhood that is way up there.
All right, so I'm like, okay, we got that, right? So I'm like, what is state individual income tax or state married? What's state income tax for, right? Public education, K through 12, and I'm just like, as well as University of Wisconsin school systems. You tracking me? You following me?
Yep.
So, public education, K through 12, and University of Wisconsin's, right?
Yeah, and CBTC.
And technical college, WT, yeah. So, K through 12 and higher education is state. Healthcare for Medicaid programs, Badger Care, health insurance programs designated for low-income families, right? Mm-hmm. And then we still pay into Medicare, so that's like your Medicaids and your like.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's your low-income family. Health cares, state government operations, administrative functions in various departments to help run the state government because it's fucking massive. Corrections funds are allocated to the Department of Corrections and Prison Systems. So funds go to the prison. Makes sense for state tax. Property tax relief supports property tax credits to help reduce property tax burden for homeowners and renters. So we're paying in tax to the state to help give us a little relief on our property taxes we're also paying in. Makes sense? Shared revenue, portion of the income is distributed to cities and counties through the shared revenue program, providing financial assistance to local governments. Okay. Broadcasting, PBS Wisconsin.
Oh, yeah, PBS.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which they actually, I think, just canceled PBS.
Did they?
Something. Federally, yeah.
Other programs, state police, environmental programs, health benefits for public employees and pensions for public employees, care for residents with disabilities, parks and recs, economic development initiatives, low-income assistance programs. So I'm like, nice. And so, you're paying state income. This has changed in 2025. So this is increased a little bit. But as of 2024, this is what it was. So if you're married filing jointly, $0 to $19,000, you pay 3.5% of your income. $19,000 to $38,000, you pay the $668.15. That's 3.5% of 19,000 plus 4.4% of the amount over 19,000. This part is which is fucking bonkers. The next tier, 38,191 to 420,000. So you pay your $1,500 from your your taxes below 38,000 plus your 5.3% amount over 38,000. Married filing jointly. How many folks married filing jointly are making under 38 grand? Just think of your circle. How many of your friends that are married, your household income is less than 38 grand? Probably close to zero. That's absurd. So you're talking about a fucking $380,000 gap. You fucking, anyways, just pissing me off. So over $420,000, you're going to pay your $21,000 in taxes from before, plus 7.65% of all the amount over $420,000. What the fuck, dude? What the fuck?
Yeah, that's insane.
Anyways, just kills me. So, then you got your regular taxes, which are awesome. So, yeah.
Just real quick for you. That census thing made it sound like those are like just houses.
Oh, it was just houses.
Yeah.
Oh, damn. So you could times that by like 3,500, $4,000.
The median, like property tax in Eau Claire is $3,000.
So $90 million. Mm-hmm. Pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty good. $90 million just in property taxes, just from houses, not from apartments and other properties.
Yep.
Checks out. Holy shit. So yeah, I don't know. It's interesting to me. It just, I know we've talked about taxes many times, but it just really hit me of like, damn, that's fucking wild that they can just take that kind of money from you, not put it towards things you want them to, hire people, give them fucking lifetime pensions, lifetime health care and shit. It's like, dude, what is all this bullshit? We've seen it in so many fucking levels of government where they don't do a goddamn thing. We've seen the corruption all over. Look at the fucking news, or like, maybe not the news. Look at any of the like people that post on like X or whatever.
Try and get a building permit in whatever town you're in, and I bet you very quickly you will see how much time is wasted.
I've been seeing it for so long, dude. It's just so crazy to me,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and stuff. So, anyways, that's the whole thing with taxes. We need a radical fucking change.
Yeah. It's if you really want to go down the rabbit hole, just start looking at things that you pay tax on. Because there is like most states have a gas tax, so like that's why like California's gas is so much more expensive than other places. It's not because they have to travel farther; it's because they have a higher gas tax than most.
Yep.
States.
Same thing with like tobacco products.
And then you have like your sales tax.
Mm-hmm.
Wisconsin's sales tax is going up.
Mm-hmm.
But like Minnesota doesn't have sales tax.
Yep.
So yeah, income tax.
Yeah.
There's only like a handful of states that don't have income tax.
That's right.
So yeah, I just start looking at that, and you probably get pretty mad.
It's irritating.
I remember someone somewhere, Andy talks about it, or that it's about like half your year is making enough like to pay for your taxes. Is like breaking even.
Yeah. He said, he talks that like you work 6 months of your year to
that goes towards
that
taxes.
goes towards the government. You work 6 months of your year for the government, and then you get to work 6 months of the year for yourself.
Yeah, it says you're a slave for 6 months.
Yep.
So yeah, I don't know. It's interesting to dig into like what all is taxed, and then you should vote accordingly if you don't want tax.
Yeah. Somehow we need to get a libertarian in bad.
Yeah.
And they need to do a complete new system.
Something needs to be done.
I was really hoping Doge was going to go a lot harder. I was hoping a lot more waste was going to be taken out because we don't need these huge agencies. We don't need all this shit, dude. If you could go in and audit the local governments, just our local governments here, you go and audit them, I'm not even shitting you, dude. You could cut 80%.
Oh, yeah.
You could come in and cut 80 fucking percent, dude. Dude, Rob Bailey did that with his company.
Mm-hmm.
He fucking talks about, dude, if you guys listen to Rob Bailey's podcast, Progress Over Everything, he talks about it in one of the earlier episodes. They had a full warehouse, like 30 people in the warehouse. They're down to 6. He said they have like 6 people in the warehouse. They used to have like 30. And they sell more product now. They sell more product. They're just more efficient. They have systems. They have people who actually get after it and don't fuck around. And he said that's the biggest thing. He's like, if you get good quality people, you can cut 2, 3, 4 positions just by one good quality person.
Yeah, because he was like saying like, but they only have like 12, 14 people, 16 people?
Something like that. Like, dude, they cut their company down massively. He's just like, yeah, we just kept getting rid of waste and realized our company only operated better.
Yep.
Do the same thing in the government, dude. And that's exactly what the fuck you'll see.
Yeah, I mean, I won't name my sources, but I've definitely seen that there's quite a few unnecessary field trips.
Jesus fuck, dude. When you see this shit, if you had any idea where your money goes to, and you have to look at it that way, you have to look at it as your money. When you see people in the government, in your local government, not doing anything, that is your money. That is your money for them to sit there and do nothing. Go on fucking field trips, dude. Are you kidding me? Pisses me off, dude. Anyways, I fully think that if you work for the government, you're keep in mind, you're paid by the people. If you fuck off, you are a thief to the common person. Fuck you. That's all I got.
I love it.
All right, gang. Catch you on the next one.
See ya.